ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hot Pudge IG Live. I'm your host, Hot Pudge Sunday, episode 40, season 2, episode 40. Wow, 40 episodes. We started this in the beginning of the pandemic. Here we are in our second season, second lockdown, and our 40th episode. Time flies when you're having fun in a pandemic. Speaking of pandemics, now we have a snow pandemic. It snowed today. Interesting. Not too bad. Not too bad. It was only approximately 12 to 14 inches. Did a little digging today, shoveling the cars, New York style, and it wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. We've had a lot worse, and it wasn't. It came, it landed, it's here. Some of it is yellow, and that's about it. And hopefully it'll disappear by the weekend, and we'll get back to normal, whatever that is under a pandemic. But hey, we got snow, and let's see if we'll get any more. Hopefully not. Pandemic's enough. I don't need any freaking snow. Honestly, it just makes things more miserable. Anyway, speaking of misery, I got the right guy. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a professor of psychiatry. I used to do shows at St. John's University for him. Always had a great time. Mr. Professor Wilson Mcdermut, guys. How are you?
Am I in?
The snap? Is that what we're doing? You're partially
yeah.
In. You're there you go.
I'm partially in.
How are you, man?
Hey, good to see you. Good. I don't do that show anymore.
You're just a man. No?
What? What's that?
I say you're just the man I need. I need a shrink. I'm not feeling well. I just did a Zoom show. I'm stressed. And yeah, have you done one yet?
A couple of Zoom shows. No, it's not the same at all.
I feel lost. I'm bewildered. I'm just not feeling myself.
I can relate.
What's your take?
Not as fun. Not as good. Better than nothing. Maybe.
It's like better than nothing. I in the beginning I thought so, but then it's like, what am I? It's like I'd rather bomb on a real show.
Oh yeah,
because at least I'm getting something out of it. I walk away with something. It's just like I'm giving it my best. I'm trying, but I'm just lost in space.
The only thing it does for me is kind of keeps me from getting rusty, I guess.
Yes. Yeah,
maybe,
knocks the rust off.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
The last one I was on, all the people in the audience were asked to turn their microphone off, so we couldn't hear any laughing, which is very weird. You have to look at people's faces and hope that they smile and appear to laugh, but you definitely can't hear them.
I've heard that before. I've definitely heard that before, and actually it happened today where they were muted, but I said, hey, this is a stand-up comedy show, so I'm supposed to hear your laughter. If you're laughing, need your end. So I had them turn it back on. It's a double-edged sword. If it's muted, you're guaranteed peace, but too much and you can't hear nothing. And when they're unmuted, you're going to hear the background noise, scattered laughter, and then somebody's going to chime in, and it's like, who is it? Who said something? What? Somebody had and then how do you do the crowd work? And it's like, and then it's over.
I haven't even tried crowd. Did you try crowd work? I haven't.
Actually, yes. Today was the first time. I thought I'd do something different. So because I was doing it off my phone, so there was maybe at least a dozen people, but I can only see 3 or 4 at a time. So I kind of opened up with, talk, this person, swipe this, say hello. Okay. So I was just saying hello to everybody and just trying to call something out in the room about them or about, and it wasn't bad. The crowd work actually was better because I was talking to the person individually.
Yeah.
Tom, nice sweater. Oh my God, how are you? Oh, Lucius, you're getting, you're drinking. Mary, love the reindeer out. So because it was individual, that actually probably was the best part of the show because it was
Oh yeah, I can see
that
that.
person, and then after that, I just got lost because it was just hard having a rhythm.
Yep. Yep.
Speaking
It's
of
good to
rhythms,
hear you're
how's your
still in the
rhythm
game.
been? Ah,
I
yeah,
mean,
bear.
I mean, not much of a rhythm. Uh, you know, I've just been working. My job never stopped. It just went entirely remote online. And weirdly, I feel like I'm working harder than I did before, even though I don't have to go into campus. It's very strange. Like so anyway, I've been
So,
chained to my computer.
wow, I know. So I know you're a professor of psychiatry, correct? St. John's University, of
Psychology.
course.
Yep.
Psychology.
Yep.
Okay, one's medicine, one's without,
Exactly.
right?
Psychiatry is medicine.
Gotcha. And you're without the medicine,
Right.
no drugs. That sucks.
I don't prescribe drugs.
That's too bad. That's too bad. Okay.
I know. I'd be more popular if
I
I
used
did.
to, very. I used to love going to your classes. How were the shows? I always look forward to those. Those were really fun and a nice stretch of time. When was the last time you had one? Like
A long time ago. 4 years ago.
wow.
Um, yeah, they have me teaching other stuff now, so I haven't been able to teach it.
Oh,
But
so
those were great classes because, well, I got to have comedians come in and perform
yeah.
for the students. Very popular with the students, as you can imagine.
No, so you lost that class.
Yep,
Okay, and they
yep,
gave you other classes on top. Oh, that sucks.
yep, yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Because that was a lot of fun. I look forward to it because it was a nice stretch of time and it was just so different. And so,
for
but it
sure.
was fun. It was live, no microphone, a cappella in a room, and you had them right in front of you. And the reaction was there, or sometimes not, but it was really, I always enjoyed it. I always got something out of it.
All those class shows were much better than I ever could have imagined.
Oh, okay.
At at 10 a.m., everyone's sober, and
Yeah.
then the comedians come in, and the students loved it.
Yeah, I think they were better than some audiences. I felt like some of them needed comedy because there was a break in their day and in their classes.
Yes.
So they were really good. They really enjoyed it. Coming in broken. It's spinning. Wilson, if you can hear me, raise your hand because you're frozen. Let me stop. I can't. Okay. Okay. We're having a bad connection today. It's got to be the snow. It's got to be the snow. It's got to be the snow. So Wilson, if you're there, if you can hear me, you might want to sign off and then jump back on. But yes, Professor Mcdermut, professor of psychology at St. John's University, and he taught this class, and it was like the psyche of a comedian, and he'd have us come in, and we performed, about 4 or 5 of us, in front of the students, and afterwards we would have a Q&A, which was pretty cool. So, and it was great for the comics because we're struggling to get on stage for one. This was a stage. We're all doing 5 to 10 minutes everywhere else, and here we are doing 20 minutes in a classroom. You're back.
Yes. 20
Okay.
minutes per comic in the class.
It was good. It was juicy. I mean, for all of us comics, it was juicy, and it was a great time. And I just enjoyed it. And I feel like we not only did they enjoy it, but we were also training them because a lot of them have never been there. They're young. They're college kids, so they've never been to a comedy
Yep.
club. So we were
Yep.
training them. We were investing in our futures.
Right. Right. I
Did you ever?
had to give. I can hear you. Yeah.
No, have you ever had any negative feedback or backlash from any student or anything like that? Or a heckler or anything?
No, nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were good. We were good. We were good.
Yeah. They just wanted to sit there and laugh.
And it was an easy A.
Well, how can I put this? That class definitely had a reputation for being an easy A.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Um, it was good, yes, in the sense that it became a popular class.
So word got out.
Yes.
Take Professor McDermott's class. You see comedy, and it's fun, and it's cool, and you do a little reading, a little homework, and you get an A.
Right. They were upset if they didn't get an A because they expected an A.
Wow. How many performances did you have within a semester? Like, was it
Um,
every week or every other week they saw
every other
comedians?
week.
Okay,
Every
every
other
other
week.
week. So
Yeah.
one week comic, 1 week classwork, 1 week comic, and this is about the psyche of a comic's head, right? The psychological wiring.
Yep. We talked about that. We talked about, the psychology of laughter, um, and the benefits of humor, um, humor in the course of child development. We covered all the main areas, but I
Wow.
couldn't, as much as I wanted to, I couldn't make every class a comedy show because at
No,
some
no, of
point
course not. Yeah,
I had to actually teach.
gotcha. Now, now let me ask you. Um, well, what? Damn, I forgot the question. Oh, as far as the class, didn't you do some kind of a study with comedians? I remember we had a questionnaire or something as far as the psyche of a comedian. Didn't you have like I don't know if it was a thesis or what? What was it that you had to do?
Yeah, it was some research I was doing, and I presented some of the data at a conference, but I haven't published it yet.
Are you?
I'm going to try. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you had some deep stuff on comics, and this was like psychological depression, I think even suicide and things of that nature, and basically our makeup, how we
Yep.
came about to become comedians and performers. I
Exactly.
remember it was some pretty deep shit. It was some deep shit. And I
Yeah.
hope you publish it because I think it's fascinating.
Yeah. There were questions about, your relationship with your parents and symptoms of depression and anxiety, and yeah, all that stuff.
Is there anything you can share now? Like was there any shockers or non-shockers that out of that whole thing?
Um, you know, the so comedians have a reputation for being depressed. Um, in the study I did, the comedians were not more depressed than the control subjects. The thing that the thing that differentiated them was their just day-to-day personality. That comedians were actually slightly more extroverted and very open-minded, extremely open-minded.
So extroverted in everyday life, or as because we take the stage, we take that extra leap.
In both, but in everyday life, yeah,
Really, I never
more
thought
than
my.
just more than the average person. Yes, although
I
a lot of comedians think of themselves as introverted, but I think that's because they're comparing themselves to other comedians, and
probably
so
because I
you know,
think I can. I've never thought myself as extroverted because I always saw people around me more open and loud and not so much loud, but just more conversational. Whereas I'm a little, I don't know, tepid and especially in the
Hmm.
girl department. I barely got laid. I'm lucky I have kids. So I really always felt more introverted. You know what I'm saying? I was never.
Yeah.
I love music and I would love to dance, but I was always shy about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm from a Latin culture where dancing is like it's right there. Like you gotta be.
Oh,
And I
right.
was
Right.
never, so I never felt extroverted at all, except on stage. That's where it all came
Yeah.
out. That's
Right.
where I think that's where I felt separated. You know, that's where wow, how do you do that? I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, well, I guess I can, and that's my extrovert part. But I
Right.
don't know.
Right.
I don't know my head. I don't know my head. But yeah, I did hate my parents, or at least I did have issues there.
That was another thing that came through.
Was
The comedians described their relationships with their parents in more negative terms than the other control groups.
Yeah, that seems to be a common denominator. I mean, I had a biological mother that never listened, a stepfather that never spoke, and then a biological father. I haven't seen him since I was 9. So there's definitely something there. There's definitely Pudge has. There's something there.
There might be something there.
Yeah, definitely. Now you were talking about as far as the importance of laughter. Like, how important is it now in the pandemic? How essential we're not, but we should be. How essential are we? And could you tell the mayor and the governor?
I would love to. So essential now more than ever. I mean, that's laughing is one of the ways people cope with stress. So, you know, yeah, I'll tweet to the mayor and the governor, and
Uh,
hopefully they'll read my tweet.
Tell them who you are. Tell them St. John's, especially the governor. That's you tell him, yo, that's his neck of the woods. That's where he grew up in that area.
Oh, right,
The
Queens,
gov,
right?
yeah, a small world. The governor and I went to the same elementary school.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we had the same teacher. I
What?
distinctly remember. He's older than me, but I distinctly remember I believe, in the 3rd or 4th grade, and my teacher was bragging about how she taught the then Governor Mario Cuomo's sons.
Well, well.
So we were 3rd, 4th. I was like, yeah, so what? Look at us now. But yeah, we went. It was St. Gerard Magella. It was a Catholic school in Jamaica.
Oh, well, Jamaica. That's
Yeah,
where St. John's is. Yeah,
yeah, and where
exactly.
Cuomo grew up in Jamaica States somewhere. So
Okay, okay, yeah.
yeah,
Also right near
so
campus.
so reach out to them, let them know. They really dropped the ball. I mean, we should have been there with I wouldn't say the top of the essential worker food chain, but top 10 definitely. As far as
Yeah,
comedy.
it doesn't. No, but also it doesn't make any sense to me because if you can have indoor dining at 25% capacity, why can't you have indoor comedy at 25% capacity? I mean,
I Listen, I'm not educated like you, sir, but I do have like a couple of semesters of community college, and even I knew what
right.
the hell is 25% plus one person and a microphone. Like, what is that? What's the problem? One person with a microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's like they want it. I don't know. I don't want to get into conspiracies, but it's like they want us to be miserable, or they want us to put us behind the 8 ball. They're making it difficult. We haven't gotten funding since we got cut off in August, I believe July, August. Some people got cut off earlier. There's still a check might be come. I mean, really,
No, I know. It's
no financial help, no psychological help. They're bare minimum. Um, I just went to the mall the other day. I had to drop something off. at Spectrum. They suck. But but I'm walking through the mall and I'm like, okay, so we can come together in the mall, but we can't come together more than 10 people at a family gathering. We can't come
Right.
together 25% at a restaurant. I mean, I'm
I
confused.
know the inconsistencies are mind-boggling.
And bowling alleys. Yay, if you own a bowling alley. How fucking stupid is that? Oh, yeah, bowling alleys. Yeah. Yeah, let's share each
Yeah,
other's stinky shoes.
yeah, yeah. No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know. So, what do you recommend as a professional psychologist? Like, what's the best course of action for human beings? How do we get through this?
How do we get through this? Well, we we got to do better at taking care of people, and that whatever that means. Unemployment assistance check.
Yeah.
So people don't feel so economically and financially insecure. You need that, so people have some sense of, balance and security. Then I think everyone could use a little therapy. You know, I realize I'm biased, but even that is hard to access.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. I actually see a therapist on a regular. As you know, I guess I'm a veteran, so I
Yeah.
belong to the VA, and I see a therapist there. I also go to some group meetings, and on the regular. Recovering alcoholic. I've been dry for 3 years, but I still go to some group
Oh,
meetings. And yeah, I had a drinking problem, Wilson. You missed it. Oh, maybe you haven't seen me, but that's where I was. But anyway, long story short. But yeah, I mean, I went to therapy. I had group meetings with veterans, and they worked, and they were great, and
oh, that's
very
that's great.
positive. But once the pandemic hit, we lost the VA,
Oh,
and a
right.
lot of guys are struggling. And if they put now we're on phones, we're doing everything by phone, but it's not the same.
No, it's
And
not the
I've
same.
heard a lot of veterans are struggling, and a lot of worries about relapses. So it's definitely
Yeah.
been hard. I mean, and like again, it boggles my mind. Okay, therapy, it's one on one. Most offices, you can put yourself 6 feet apart. You can
Oh
put a
yeah,
piece of plastic in the middle of the room. I just got my hair cut yesterday. You like it? Okay, awesome.
looks great.
And the barbershop, thank you. But the barbershop, there's like 3 chairs, 4 chairs, like a barbershop, and they put up plastic dividers.
Yeah,
So there's like you're literally boxed in. So only you and your barber is in your square box, and he has his mask on while he's cutting your hair.
right. There you go.
Looks great. Uh, it's clear plastic. You can see everything. He's doing his job. He doesn't have a problem. I don't have a problem. And
Right.
look, how can there not be one-on-one therapy? How can you not have it in a room? Like, how do you stop that?
It
It's
again,
ridiculous.
it doesn't make any sense. By the way, I have been cutting my own hair. You noticed?
No, what I didn't know is it looks great. I didn't know you're doing a good job.
I
I mean, it
just
was.
just the clippers and the number two attachment.
I was going to say, okay, you got the attack. You just go number 2 all the way.
Yep.
God bless. I mean, I wish I can. I'm picky. I gotta have. Usually I do a high and tight skin, so the fading is difficult. This time I
Yep.
just got a taper, but I'm a little. I don't know. Maybe one day, unless I go bald, then that would be fun because that's easy.
Right.
But no, you look good and you save money too. That's fucking costly. That's
It does
costly.
save money. I was
Speaking of funding.
surprised.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you do. That's why I used to get skin fades, because once it goes skin fade, it takes longer to I can hold it down longer. I need like one cut a month, or
Right.
5 weeks, just to
Right.
save
Right.
save some money like that. And also it's a military cut, so I'm very partial to the military, but I miss the VA.
You
I
know,
miss
I,
the
I
VA.
used to work at the VA a long time ago. I worked at the VA in Providence, Rhode Island, with Vietnam veterans. And
Yeah, yeah.
boy, what a great bunch of people to work with. The men and women, because,
Yeah.
but really, I mean, it was an honor to work there.
I tell you, it was, well, it turned out my favorite place to be. As far as like I said, I was recovering from alcoholism. I tried AA. I didn't like AA. I couldn't. I don't know. It was just feel weird. To me, it felt like a room full of strangers, and I don't know. I just wasn't comfortable. But whatever meetings I went to at the VA, they were veterans. So even though technically we didn't know each other, we just still had the connection. And it goes a long way. It went a long way, having a connection,
Right. Right, I bet.
And on top of that, like at an AA, everyone's a stranger more or less, and you walk on eggshells a little bit, or trying to be careful with your words. You don't want to piss anybody off. Whereas as a veteran in the VA, no holds barred. They don't give a shit. They don't candy coat, sugar coat shit. They're gonna let you know. And it's just in your face, and it's pretty fucking. It's like, no, you're fucking up. You're fucking up. No, you ate a dick. You fucked up, or you're half-assing it. You're bullshitting. They call bullshit so fast, and it's like, okay, I like this. There's no mincing words, and it's like, holy shit. So definitely cool. God bless the VA, and they did wonders for me. So.
Oh, that's really good to hear.
Now I just need to lose a little weight. That's it. Too many pounds.
You might have to give up the Hot Pudge Sunday logo.
Never. You like my logos? It's nice, right?
It's great, actually.
Yeah. I just got it for season 2. So I can look professional. I'm doing things. I've been real as busy as it could be during the pandemic. I didn't, when the pandemic hit in March, I think we all hit that weird frozen in time. What do we do? Oh my God, what is this? And we're just like, but somewhere around April or May, I kind of said, I got to snap. I got to do something. Let me take this time to move forward with some other stuff. We're losing the stage, but what else I could be doing? And just creating content, marketing.
Yeah, I remember you were one of the first people to start doing what you did, like the 6 foot distance show or something.
6 feet, 6 questions. I was running around the city. Yeah.
Right. 6 feet, 6 questions. Right.
Yeah. And you know what? I swear to God, when I did that, I thought it was going to be like a quick one-time thing. Because I had no idea now there might be a season 2 of that. I wasn't planning on doing it again. I swear to God, if I was a gambling man, I would have put money, because I will be out of this by September. October, we should be coming out of it. I was already planning. I thought the clubs would be open by November, the latest. I was not planning for and here I am, season 2, IG Live, and maybe 6 feet, 6 questions as well. It's crazy.
Yeah. So
I don't know. Just
you said we're about to go into a second lockdown.
This is like this is our second lockdown now, isn't it? Like,
are we locked down?
Second phase.
Oh,
not
yeah.
Total lockdown. I mean, they just. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's so fucking sporadic. I thought we were going to lock down right after Thanksgiving, and then they halted, and now they took back to 25%. So now we're partially.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is like the second lockdown, second wave. because our numbers went up, so now they took away. So yeah, it's our second lockdown technically, because we did move
Right.
forward and now they took away they'll take away the 25%. So I thought it'd be over. I thought we'd be in the clubs by now, somewhat coming back, but I don't think not till maybe next summer. I think
It took the pandemic for me to finally figure out how to live in New York City and save money at the same time.
wow, yeah, less traveling,
Right. It's definitely less eating at restaurants.
eating, yeah, and less eating out. I know it was a little kind of funny, the little nuances to it. I went because I was an Uber driver. So I went to filling my tank from average 7-8 times a month to once.
Oh, wow.
Because I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't, I
Right.
mean, I went to the park and come back either to the park to do laps or to shopping. So it was like, wow, okay, I'm saving some gas money here. All right, this is something good, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
My oil change, where they put a little sticker. Your next oil change is at 127,000 miles by October. They give you a date and a number. I got to the date, but never came close to the number. I wasn't driving.
Right.
So
Right.
so like, do I get it changed or not getting changed? Because I got the date, but the number isn't even because I'm not driving. So.
Right.
And you read more. At least I'm trying to read more. Little things. You just take the positive. Try to get something positive.
Yeah. No, I actually I picked up a book myself and have been reading.
I see. In the beginning, people took to the reading. The baking was big.
That was huge.
That was huge. But I'm worried now with the holidays and the second phase of lockdown. And as a professor of psychology, I mean, I've spoken to other people. You think there's going to be like on the back end some PTSD from this?
Oh, definitely.
Some people are really getting it.
Definitely. Definitely. Especially the people who've had experienced a lot of losses because of this pandemic.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty traumatizing. Plus people who've been sick and need to be in the ICU, maybe on a ventilator, that's traumatizing.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about. Yeah, I mean, I know PTSD. It's going to come from so many different angles. I mean, those
Right.
who were sick, those who lost people, those who just had to be stuck at home. Period. I've heard stories of people. I'm one of them who are on the hit list for Corona because we have too many pre-existing conditions. Now, I choose to go out carefully, but some people have totally shut down, like for months. I mean, just hermits, and that must be, and now just came to my mind. What about the kids? What about these kids who this is their time where their brains are growing. Everything is, they're supposed to be growing up and learning and maturing and changing and developing psychologically, mentally, emotionally. What the fuck is this doing to them?
Yeah, I mean, they're all going to be kind of, certainly from the standpoint of what they're supposed to be learning in school, but also not, socializing is totally different for kids now. It's all, done on computer screens and cell phone screens instead of, going out in the park and playing.
I mean, I know as an adult and a parent, I used to complain about, the finger generation. It's all fingers and video games and social media. But now it got pushed. I mean, now they're locked in with the pandemic. It's even worse. So it's like, holy shit. Are they going to know how to act with each other when they go back to school whenever that is full blown?
Right.
Are they going to be like, wow, you're a real person. This is awesome. Is it going to be a culture shock? Is it going to be a culture shock for them?
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's parents, bad.
Who has it? who's getting it worse? The parents teaching homeschooling or the kids?
I don't know. Probably the parents, because
I can't.
they're trying to do their jobs, and now they're also teaching, and it's hard. You're a parent. It's hard.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
well,
hard
yeah,
raising kids.
but yeah, across the board. But my wife and I remember we were just thanking our lucky stars that our kids are grown and out of high school already, so we don't have
Yeah,
to deal with that. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to sit down and do fucking math, this new math or
right.
anything else. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, you don't
Like
want your kids asking you algebra problems and stuff.
no, no, and I see it. I hear about it. All the other a lot of parents of this. I think they're the reason why the liquor stores stayed open.
See, now there's, you're absolutely right. But there's it's just, it's funny that that's an essential service, but comedy is not. I mean, it's the same thing. It's entertainment. It's distraction.
Like I said, I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like we're getting set up for failure. Liquor stores are open. Comedy clubs are closed. You know,
Right.
which ones? You're just
Right.
asking. I mean, we spoke about PTSD on the back end. What about addiction on the back end? People, yeah,
Oh,
like I
yeah.
said, people falling off. You got the people falling off, and the people being created because there's
Right.
more drinking. I mean, the only
Yeah. Isolated at home. You're stressed out. You'll drink, or if you have drugs, you'll use those. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a mental illness explosion. The isolation makes everything worse. Isolation makes depression worse. It makes PTSD worse. It makes anxiety worse. It makes substance abuse worse. It's I should be happy. This is job security for me, but I am not happy. This is not good. You know, when the whole society, gets turned upside down, it's just not
I
good.
mean, it's good job security, but then what if there's an overload? You know, how do you? I mean, are you going to get more work pushed upon you? Are you going to be able to give everybody the same amount of help equally across the board, your complete attention like you did now? I mean, hopefully there'll be more psychologists and psychiatrists and therapists going to school. But if there isn't, you guys are going to be like heavy loaded.
Overloaded.
Yeah,
Yep.
totally.
And then
It's
long waiting lists, which is
yeah,
bad
it's
for
going to
the
get.
for the patients.
Maybe I should go back to school. Maybe this is the
Come to St. John's.
you put in a good word.
Yeah, I'll write you a letter.
Okay, my community college credits transfer easily.
Yes,
I can get.
yes, actually they do. Like
Oh,
almost all
okay.
those credits will transfer over. Yep.
Oh, okay. Something to think about. I might, because if this pandemic keeps going, I might have some more free time. So who knows?
Right. You can come and uh, major in psychology, and maybe you'll be in one of my classes.
Oh, yay! Easy A, right?
Yes.
How much do you miss the campus?
Well, um, but I was on campus
Really? Really?
once a week this last semester, and um, I was supposed to come into campus to teach one class, and half the students were going to show up, one week, and then the other half the next week, and then alternate that way throughout. And everyone was wearing masks, and it was everyone
Okay.
was 6 feet apart. Um, but about halfway through the semester, the students stopped coming to class because, you know, concerns about ongoing concerns about COVID and was it getting worse. So I taught a couple of classes where I was the only one. I was just standing at the front of the class in front of a computer talking to an empty room, but everyone was on
Yeah.
my computer screen in their little window. So they stayed home and participated from home, and I taught live.
Okay.
That was kind of strange.
Because my son, he's in college. His classes went to online, and
Right.
I guess he's been doing all right for the most part. But I think now, like you were saying, the isolation, the pandemic, and everything, and now it's the holidays. He
Yeah.
showed a little, and thank God the semester's over. Now we're into Christmas, but he was showing a little, like cracking a little bit because it was. I think it's getting to him more than ever than usual.
Yeah.
He has a job, he works. So there's the usual, hey, balancing work and school and doing other things. But
Well, that's a lot.
yeah, but you bundle that with a pandemic
Right.
during during the holidays, which is it
Yeah.
could be a touchy season for people. Yeah, I saw it in my son. He was getting a little burnt out and just a little unnerved. And I was like, all right, it's over. You got a month off now. Just take a break, relax.
Yep.
But it's heavy. It's heavy, and it's
Yeah.
wow.
So,
I guess maybe. Go ahead.
I was going to say it all comes back to the fact that uh, comedians should be considered essential workers.
And as a comedian yourself, have you been getting up?
No, I mean, a few Zoom shows, maybe 4 Zoom shows. So, and I'm glad I did it, but it's so different as we were talking about before.
Yeah, yeah. Nothing in person. You haven't. You stayed away. Was it a conscious decision not to do live?
No, no one has asked me to do a live show.
Okay. Yeah, I did something because I had signed up before the pandemic for it was a contest, Mohegan Sun, last comic standing, last comics.
Oh
So
yeah, 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 yeah. I saw that.
so that was already a pre-sign. So I ended up doing that. I did a couple of rounds, and aside from that, I just really never. I did an open mic in the park on Queens Boulevard outside.
Oh, yeah.
And Daniel Parafan was running a show out of a beer bar, whatever, a beer garden place in the border of Queens and Brooklyn. So I
Hmm.
went there, but nothing major.
Yeah, I completely forgot that there were a few outdoor shows, and I haven't done any outdoor shows either.
Yeah, there was there was quite a few parked underground rooftops here and there, and I mean, I like I said, only did a few here and there. Maybe since July, not counting Mohegan Sun, several over 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Not
Uh,
much at all. And go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that Kevin Ambrose, Dr. Kevin Ambrose, who's watching tonight, says he saw a show in Bushwick on a rooftop in October.
Bush. That was probably what's that? Fuck! It's right underneath the J train. It's right underneath the J train. Oh, the tiny cupboard. It was.
Oh,
I think that's the tiny cupboard, right underneath the J train on Broadway. I think that's the one he's talking about. And I actually just did. That was the last show I did 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't on the roof. They had it on the first floor, open ventilation. The door was wide open. It was a pretty nice, it was very, very large room with
yeah,
pews. They got church pews, so it was very well spaced, and it was freezing cold because of the weather, but the doors were open for
yeah,
ventilation. So
right.
very, very reasonable. Very, very
Yep,
cold, but very reasonable and very safe. Because that
yep,
was that was one of the things. Like as a comedian, my energy is towards to perform and to jump on, and I wanted to be aggressive. I was actually trying to produce a show. I was trying to put something together. I'm so like assertive about it. but then I
Yep.
immediately get pushed back with the with the whole somebody died, this person died, this person caught it.
Yep.
It's such a
Numbers are going up. Yeah.
and it was so like I'm thankful for this lockdown because now I don't have to think about it. So it took it away. Okay, good. I don't have to think about it anymore because it was very back and forth. It was very like an emotional roller coaster. Like I want to go perform. And if I did one show, I get the feeling back, but then it's like, oh, this person caught. We lost some comedians. A lot of comedians caught it,
Yep.
and I know we just lost Kenny Garcia just a couple of weeks ago. So it's like, fuck. It's a constant reminder, and it's
Yep.
just it's a psychological mind fuck. So I'm kind of glad that the
Oh,
pandemic.
yeah.
They just took it away.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible about Kenny. This is the first time hearing of it. That's terrible news. Oh.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, I saw him at the Mohegan Sun. The first round, he was there. He was
Uh-huh.
actually a winner. He was actually a winner of the contest a few years back. So
Okay.
yeah. So he works there. He works with them and He's a regular there, and he was actually hanging out watching somebody else. And I bumped into him, and we were just kind of bullshitting. Hey, what's up? What's going on? I haven't seen him in a while. Blah blah blah. So I just saw him in late July, early August. August I saw him, and then the news came out that he was sick, and then he went ICU, and then he went to a ventilator, and I mean, just like all the stories we heard before, just
Yeah.
downhill, and he passed away.
Oh, that's terrible. I saw him.
I mean, Kenny Ortega. Did I say Ortega?
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Ortega. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Well, still
Kenny
very
Ortega.
still very sad. I thought you
From
said
Ortega. No, wrong Kenny. Ortega from the Bronx, from Uptown, Yonkers.
okay.
So
I don't
sorry,
know
wrong
him.
Kenny.
I don't know him, but that's still
Okay.
terribly sad news.
Yeah, Kenny Ortega. Yeah, he was a big guy. He was
Yeah,
a
I
very
never.
big. Yeah, he was a big guy. So it was concerning to me because I'm a big guy too.
Right. That's a pre-existing condition. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. You have to stay home. I'm telling you, you need to stay home and wear a mask. I'm
actually,
sure you're doing. I'm
yeah,
sure
no,
you're doing all those things already.
I actually no. Well, I choose to go out and work out. I gained some weight, which was shocking because it happened so fast during the pandemic that I
Yeah.
started working out. I lost 30 pounds. So I choose to fight it by being healthier.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, it
Yeah.
keeps your immune system strong.
Yeah. Which by the way, our government or local officials are not talking about. It's all about, wearing a mask and staying indoors and shutting down, and there's a vaccine coming. But nobody's promoting eating right, exercising, and you can
Oh,
help fix yourself to prevent any further damage or any kind of, virus.
that's a good point.
No one's pushing it.
You're right.
Like,
No, everyone's caught up in masks. I mean, masks are good, but yeah, like you said, there's more to it. There's boosting your immune
yeah,
system.
because how about if during this presidential election, if they started promoting healthy eating and healthy lifestyle to fight the pandemic instead of fighting over whether to or not to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. No, how about healthy living? Because the gyms are open. My son goes to the gym. Gyms are open and they're not filled at all.
Oh, yeah.
My son says there's plenty of room.
Wait, but are they at limited capacity?
Sure, it's regulated.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
regulated.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
regulated, but my son says plenty of room.
Right.
Plenty of room. And not to be a conspiracy theorist, but look, your guys, NYC cyclists, pharmaceutical companies can profit that way. Good point.
Oh,
I do.
no, absolutely.
That's part of it. I don't want to say nothing. Thank you. I don't want to be the only conspiracy theorist in the room. Thank you. Shout out to you, bro. Follow me. We can talk. We can be friends. Yeah, it's something. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to promote. I mean, I don't know about the president, the governor, or the mayor, but I'm the president of my household, and I'm
There we
promoting
go.
healthy living. Yeah, that's how we got to do.
That's a good message.
Yes, I'm running in 2024. Hot Pudge for president.
You know, I'll vote for you. I was going to say I spent a lot of time bored and Googling stuff, like random stuff, like do pigs have teeth? What color is the human gallbladder? You find some interesting things when you start boredom Googling.
Are you writing this down?
No, just to satisfy my curiosity.
You should have a collection. It'll be a great coffee book. What I
Oh yeah,
Googled,
there we go.
what I Googled during the pandemic, and what I
Right.
found out.
Otherwise known as do pigs have teeth? Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Maybe I'll start keeping track of these things.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of things we could be doing, and just we're artists. You're an artist. You have a creative instinct. You have the knack. We all do. Just put it somewhere else. There is no stage. That's why I'm doing this. I have a YouTube channel, Hot Pudge Sunday, and I'm working towards a podcast next year. So yeah, this is going.
I'll
to my
follow
YouTube
you
channel,
on.
so you can see.
I will follow you on your YouTube channel for sure.
Hot Pudge Sunday. You can just look for this guy. You'll see this guy.
I think I'll recognize it. Yep.
Yeah. And you can see all 40 episodes, including yourself. Season 1, Season 2, 6 feet, 6 questions, a little bit of stand-up, and I don't know, some other quirky live shit I was trying to do at the beginning of the pandemic.
Nice.
And that goes for everybody. Hot Pudge Sunday. Subscribe now. Subscribe while it's free, because they're going to charge eventually.
Everyone get that?
And I got more coming. Lots more coming.
Excellent.
What are your plans? What are your plans, Wilson, from here to the spring? Besides the teaching.
Well, that's about it. Teaching.
No special projects, no side jobs.
No, I mean, I want to keep doing some comedy just so I don't get rusty. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do the open mics, the shows. Probably not a lot, but enough. Maybe once every 2 weeks to not get rusty.
Well, I had one today, and I don't know. It was just, when you do the open mics, you do them with other comedians, right?
Right.
It's probably a lot smoother and easier because you're all in the same realm. Like, you're all in the same mindset.
Yep.
When I'm doing it for, like, today was a Christmas party, another time was a fundraiser, and you're doing it with non-comedians / civilians, so it can be a little weird, the whole setup and the beginning, or the non-crowd work, or the non-laughter, or the mute. So just quirky.
Yeah,
quirky. Just.
I did Andrew Bayroff's mic a couple of times back in the summer.
Okay.
He was on your show 2 nights ago, right?
Yeah, he was. Nothing but the best on my show. Nothing but the best.
Top shelf.
You know what? Now, and Andrew, you know what? Maybe I'll come around. I'll do, because like I said, I have never done an open mic within comedians. So maybe I'll try that. That'll be my last, no more real, or try to do a real show. Yeah. Because an open mic is just, hey, it's just like a real open mic. It's going to suck. You're doing it in front of other comics. No one's going to laugh. No one's like going to, But so it's at least there's that understanding up front. Hey, it's just like an open comic,
Right.
and
Low
there's no
expectations.
right. There's no pressure.
Right. No pressure. That's the good.
So you know what? Yeah, I think yeah, I'm gonna look forward to that in January. Let me get through this month of December, and yeah, maybe I'll hit an open mic like once every other week or something. Maybe I'll do, especially Andrew because I know him, so I know he's
Yeah.
squared away.
Exactly.
So all right, okay, something to think about. Thank you, Professor.
It's what I bring to the table.
Uh, yeah, you just made me feel better. How much do I owe you?
You know what? This is on the house.
Thank you, sir. Totally appreciate it. Hot Pudge IG Live. Thanks you. It almost feels like a real session because it's like 45 minutes more or less, right?
Right. 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 Yeah. Because I was going to start looking at my watch, and giving subtle hints that it was time to wrap up.
I know. As a matter of fact, today was my therapy. Every Thursday is my therapist. So I just saw her today or spoke to her. So
you got a double dose today.
yes, I did. All right. I feel great. I need because she's gone for 2 weeks because of the holidays. So I'm not seeing her. I don't talk to her till January. So at least
right.
I got a nice send off from you.
Exactly.
Thank you. So let's wrap this up. Any last requests, questions, some advice, anything from the good doctor to everybody watching? I mean, the next 6 months. What do you suggest? What can you tell? What do you recommend?
Be a consumer of humor, of comedy. I think that's, find content that makes you laugh. It really is good medicine. There are a lot of things that work, but, comedy, and laughter is not the only thing out there. There are many things, but it's a fun way to deal with stress. And more importantly, folks who are listening, tune into Hot Pudge Live. Is it every day at 8:00?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, Hot Pudge IG Live with different guests. Yes, every Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, and follow Hot Pudge. What's your YouTube channel name?
Hot Pudge Sunday. Hot Pudge Sunday.
Hot Pudge Sunday. Follow Hot Pudge Sunday.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Listen, totally appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. I hope to see you soon. I hope to perform with you soon. I hope to everything in the near future.
And when this is all over, we'll get together.
Yes,
and
I think
we'll have a 7-Up.
I think there's going to be like a huge gathering in Central Park of 1,000 comedians hugging each other when this is all over.
I'm looking forward to it.
Like a big kumbaya. And if I do season 2 of 6 Feet 6 Questions, I'll definitely give you a call. I'll come by you.
Oh, awesome! I'd love to do it.
Cool, man. Thank you, Professor Wilson Mcdermut. Everybody, thank you very much.
Thanks, Pudge.
Take care, man. Awesome, Doctor Professor Wilson Mcdermut. Hot Pudge IG Live. He made a lot of sense. It's a lot of stuff I kind of already knew, heard about, but even more as far as PTSD on the backside. Everyone who's been at home just totally hermit out. People who lost people who actually got sick and going to be hurting long term. People falling off the wagon. People just becoming alcoholics and becoming addicts. It's going to get nuts. So everybody be safe. Yes, watch comedy. You don't have to watch mine. I would love for you to watch mine. But yes, Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, it's all there. Get your mind off this shit and just keep it moving. Stay busy, stay positive, and hit the gyms, go work out. That's the best way to beat this COVID shit. Don't wait for the vaccine. Yeah, it's coming. We're all going to fucking get it. Blah, 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 blah. But I find the best thing is do it yourself. Don't rely on the president, the mayor, the government. Be your own government. Be your own president. Take charge of yourself. Take charge of your family. Make it fucking happen. All right? God bless. Hot Pudge IG Live. I'll see you guys next week.